Today, we're going to talk about the Bible. Welcome to the Mountain of Fire, home to the spiritually inclined. Someone asked me to talk about the Bible, to look in depth on the history of the Bible, because the person wanted to get closer and more accustomed to the Bible. So we're going to address it today. We're going to go through a little background of the Bible, kind of like studying the Bible. So let's jump right in. The Bible as we know it was written in Hebrew, then translated in Greek, then from Greek to the different languages that we know nowadays. And we also know that the Bible has two parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament. And the Old Testament marks the time where Israel was under the law. And they also prophesied about the upcoming Messiah. And when Jesus Christ was born, it marked the beginning of the New Testament. And Jesus Christ fulfilled the law, he fulfilled the prophecy. In other words, Old Testament was before Jesus Christ, and New Testament was after Jesus Christ. And now, looking into the Old Testament and the New Testament, we can see that both of them can be broken down in four parts. Starting with the Old Testament, we have the Book of Law, or Pentateuch, 5-volume books written by Moses, and it is composed of Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Then comes the history, translating the history of the kingdom of Israel. And it is composed of Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, and Esther. Then comes the poetry, partly written by David and Solomon, and composed of Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Song of Solomon. Then comes the prophet, that is composed of Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentation, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi. And the New Testament can also be broken down in four major parts that are the gospel brought by Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, followed by the history of the Acts of the Apostles, that is the book of Acts. Then comes the epistles, which are letters of edification written to churches or individuals. And there are Romans, 1st and 2nd epistles to the Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st and 2nd epistles to the Thessalonians, 1st and 2nd epistle to Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1st and 2nd epistle of Peter, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd epistles of John and Jude. Then finally comes the prophecy of John, which is the book of Revelation. Among the books called apocryphal, deuterocanonical, which are contained in a Catholic Bible, we have Tobit, Judith, Wisdom of Solomon, Baruch, the letter of Jeremiah, Susanna, Bel and the Dragon, 1st and 2nd Maccabees, 1st Esdras, Psalm 151, and the list continues. The reason why the Catholic Bible contains more books is because the Christians decided not to put the apocryphal in the regular 66 books Bible. They judged that those books, because they didn't have a Hebrew origin. Some of them don't have Hebrew origins. So they decided not to put them in the 66 books Bible. And the Catholic judged that even though some of the origin of those books were not Hebrew, they can still edify. And among those books, the apocryphals, we have books that are really interesting and have good spiritual insights, like the book of Enoch, that retrace what really happened back in the book of Genesis when giants were on earth with the fallen angels. And you also have the book of Joshua that retraces how the children of Israel were really mighty and powerful, strong in nature. And you also have the book of Jubilee that retraces how Moses on Mount Sinai received the 5 first books of the Bible. And you also have interesting books like the Revelation according to St. Peter. And all those books come to help. I know that the book of Revelation according to St. Peter helps in the understanding of the end time. So let us not cast to the side books that are not contained in the Bible just because they're not contained in the Bible, because they can really edify someone. We can just give it a chance, and it has some deep spiritual content to it. And that concludes our topic for the day on the study of the Bible. And I hope I answered it to your satisfaction. And if you have any question or any suggestion or any feedbacks, I would love to read them. You can drop them in the comment box. And until next time, thank you for watching. God bless you. God keep you. Stay encouraged.